Beginning in equal standing posture at the top of your mat, having a couple blocks or books nearby for our standing sequence. Press down squarely through the four corners of your feet as you energize the lift of your legs, knees and thighs rising into hips. Now, keeping the weight at the front of your heels, bend your knees, hug your thighs together, and with an inhale, draw your arms up overhead, biceps next to ears as you gaze high. Folding forward, head to knees, bend those legs as much as you need to accommodate. Nice deep breath to lengthen your spine. As we move through our vinyasa, step or hop your way back from plank lower down. Inhaling cobra or upward facing dog. And then as you exhale, rolling over your toes to downward facing dog. So setting up the right side of our standing sequence. Shift the weight to the left, and with an inhale, we're going to draw the right leg up into the sky. Bending the knees, we roll our hips open, allowing that heel to fall back. Find a stretch in the thigh, and then step up between your hands. Scoot the left foot in to drop your heel down at about 45 degrees, and then rising up. Quick assessment of the feet. They should be about heel to heel in one line. And looking over the middle finger of your right hand as you begin to settle into your hips. Lunging the right knee forward for warrior two. The arms radiate out at shoulder height, breathing from heart to fingers. The knees and legs likewise radiate out from the hips. Now maintain a really good anchor through your back heel. Leaning casually forward, lightly place your right elbow on your thigh. Not so much to sink into the shoulder as a support, but feel instead that the torso lifts away. Alternatively, you can reach outside of your leg for your books or block, and then one day maybe bringing the fingertips down to the floor. Parshva Konasana, side angle posture. So twisting the left side of your body open as you attempt to tuck your right hip fully underneath. Your right knee pressing into the arm gently, and then turning back to center, unplug your back foot, lower the knee to the floor, and then step your right leg outside of your shoulder line. You're bringing your block or books beneath you. Start to lower maybe to elbows, possibly lowering forearms to earth one day, but try to be certain that both of the elbows are the same distance from the floor. This will keep your torso nice and even. So the eyes can gaze to the earth directly beneath you as your neck softens, especially that space between your shoulders and the base of your skull. Breathe into your right hip, allowing your heart, in particular the back of your heart, to fall toward the earth beneath you. So savor your last exhalation in lizard. And then we'll start to build our way back up to straightened arms one at a time. Walking the right leg back inside the shoulder line, and then tuck the toes of your left foot. So pulling your hips back to straighten the right leg. Exhale, fold over the right side in half monkey. Breathing through the hamstring muscles. Those are the muscles at the back of the thigh, or the calf muscles running down the back of the shin. So roll forward into a lunge, stepping back on your inhale. Go through your flow, or you can always shift directly to downward dog and omit those extra vinyasas or dynamic transitions. Left side. So lifting your left leg up, bend the knee, drop the heel back as you open the belly and the front of the thigh. Exhale, step between your hands. Plant the right foot at about 45 degrees, and then right arm draws you up, extending through your wings at shoulder height, and then sinking and settling into your hips. The eyes looking over the middle finger of left hand as you relax the features of your face, helping you to quiet down inside a little bit more. Now the back leg is an essential component of this pose and the one that follows it. So keep that anchor as you lightly place the elbow upon the thigh or begin reaching outside of the leg for block or earth. Now turning open through not just the ribs, but even more essential here is the right side of your belly and your right hip are rolling back as you straighten that right leg more and more. So savor your last exhalation in side angle. Before shifting into lizard, we'll roll the right body forward, drop the back knee. Okay, the left foot steps out 1 or 2 times so you're broader through the hips than you are with the shoulders, and then lowering down onto your blocks or to the earth. Now, if you can, let's say get your elbows down to the floor, but your upper body is really rounded, definitely better to find a little bit more space in the spine by lifting the elbows away on those blocks or books. It's always going to be preferred to have a long spine than it is to round into any kind of forward fold. Back of the heart sinking, last couple breaths. And then counterposing, lift back up to straighten arms, pull the hips back, lengthening the spine over your left knee, and then melt forward. Breathe all the way down from hip to heel. Neck soft, head heavy. Letting both of the sitting bones at the base of the hips pull away toward the rear of your mat. One last long exhale, soften your jaw, soften your face. And then remember, as we shift to our vinyasa, you can always step straight back or full flow. So with an inhale, rolling forward into your lunge, stack the left knee atop the ankle bone. With your exhale, stepping left foot back to meet the right, reach through the heels if you're flowing to lower. Upward facing dog, tuck the tailbone as you reach back through your toes, downward facing. So from this downward facing dog, looking up between the hands, we'll transition forward, shift the weight into your palms, end the exhale. And as you inhale, bend your knees to step or lightly hop to the top of the mat. Long spine. Soften the neck as your head falls. Okay, big toes should be touching, so when we bend our knees and sit into the hips, the thighs can hug together for fierce posture. Exhaling, push through the feet as the arms fall by your sides.